All right, what's up, guys? Let's do this one more time. Let's see if this one works. Can I get a voice check? No double. Hopefully, we don't have double sound here, and an audio or a screen check, video check. Okay, perfect. So we got a lot to look out for this week's watch list, guys. Uh, for this video, I'm going to start off going over SPY, where I think the general market may be headed, and then we're going to get into the watch list. And there's quite a few side charts that I have on radar for this week. And once we get through the side charts, I'll open up the end of the video for some questions. You guys can go ahead and type out any tickers that you want me to review in the YouTube chat on the side. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. All right, so starting off with SPY. The first thing that I want to note is the RSI right here on SPY. We've been pushing, hardly even touching this 9 EMA here on the daily chart. We are pressed right up against all-time highs, and I think the market may be due for a bit of a pullback. I wouldn't be surprised to see it. So last week, what happened was Trump announced that he did not agree to roll back China tariffs, even though China would have liked him to. And that caused a bit of a pullback, I think, or sell-off. But the market still pushed up. So heading into this next week, I would not be surprised to see a bit more of a pullback. With that being said, tomorrow's watch list is mainly bullish. You know, I like to play high probability trades. I like to play the breakout setups. So there are a few charts that for side charts I'm leaning bearish on. We'll get to those later on in the video, but for tomorrow, most of these charts do have a bullish setup. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first one for tomorrow that I'll be looking at is Microsoft. I had this range, this channel that it was trading in, and I mentioned to you guys to set alerts for a break above and break below this channel. We broke out above this channel, had a nice strong close, and I think that if we see a green market, Microsoft will be the leading one that pushes this thing up. It also had news with AMD that their Xboxes will be using the AMD chips. So I'm not sure if that's what caused the push. Either way, it did break out to the top side of this channel. So we're looking for a continuation move. Really, I think it's really easy here to determine a level. You just want to take it long over this high here, 146. So these levels are always subject to change, and they usually do change by the morning time. So what I'll do is adjust these levels pre-market. But for now, I'll be looking for a long above 146. Maybe we get a nice dip entry around 145 will be the level to hold, or 145.50. The second one for tomorrow on the watch list is Tesla. So what we had on Tesla was let me let my chart load now. Okay, what we had was we had a 340 test here on Thursday, and it couldn't quite hold, so we pulled back. And if I go into the 5-minute chart, we traded right inside of this channel. Had a bit of a range trading on Friday, but we closed with a nice bullish close. So I'm looking to test this 340 area again. I think over 341 we can see 345 pretty quick. So as of now, I will be looking to take it long right above 338. If we have a bit of a dip, or if we open lower, I'll be looking to short it around 334 or right here around 332, basing that line off of this resistance, this pre-market resistance on Thursday, and this support here on Friday. REGN is the third one on the watch list. I've seen this name thrown around quite a bit. I don't think it's too late to get in. I definitely think it still has room to move. The healthcare sector lately has been killing it too. So on top of all of that, this definitely has room to run. City analysts upgraded this from 340 to 420 with a rating change from neutral to buy. So it had this nice ER push up, reclaimed the 200 EMA, tested it as support, and then pushed up again. Couldn't quite hit that high there from the earnings, but if we push up over that, we definitely have room to go. I think this one's another easy one to analyze as far as your triggers go. So maybe looking at this chart, probably 342 will be the area to take this long. I won't be able to determine a short level until the morning, but probably 335 area or maybe 330 will be the short. Again, just depends on pre-market movement. BIIB. This is one that we have not included on the watch list before, but as I was doing some research tonight, this name has been thrown around a lot in the community. Had a nice gap up for earnings, pulled back, rallied, pulled back again, and had this green candle bullish close on Friday. So with this range that it's been trading in, this $20 from 280 to 300 range, that's a very wide range. I'm looking for another test of 300. So again, as the levels sit now, 294 will be the level to take this long. Maybe 295 is a bit of a safer entry, as I'm seeing some resistance here and some previous support there. Again, it just depends on where we open up on this ticker. And OKTA is the last one for tomorrow's watch list. I have not changed this trend line since the last time that this made the watch list, which I believe was somewhere around this area, or maybe it was over here. Either way, we're still holding true to this downward trend line. But what I like now is that this range is getting really tight. So we're being compressed between the 50 EMA, which is this green dotted line, and this 200 EMA, which is this blue line. And we're looking for a push up over 110. We're looking for a push up over 110 and a pop over this 50 EMA. I'm going to jump into some side charts for this week. Netflix being one of them. So I would set an alert around 295. I think 300 though is the main level to watch for this week if we break out to the top side. I'm not sure that this pushes tomorrow. We'll have to have those alerts set and just watch. It very well could just get stuffed and kind of bounce around for a couple of days. Let this range build up a little tighter until we get to this point or somewhere close to this point before making a move. Starbucks. This is a mid-cap watch list item right here. We are at a very, very crucial support for this ticker. So you can see I've previously drawn a line here, and we're sitting right at the 200 EMA. I think if this comes down, there's not a whole lot of support between where's that, around 79 and where we're at now around 82. So if we break this 200 EMA, look to short this down. This could even be a swing short too if we break that level. Facebook. This one just kind of has a nice pattern. So we've had it's like a rally, dip, rally, dip, rally, dip, and we're currently on a dip here. I have an alert set for a break of this high around 192. Just have this on a side chart. I think over 197. Yeah, over 197 is when I'll really be interested in it. It tends to be a slower moving name, but this may be a nice swing play too. right off of this 50 EMA here and this 21 EMA here on the daily chart. Another mid-cap watch list item, ZM. We've called it out a couple of times. We called it from the bounce here. It pushed up, had a dip, and that dip didn't last very long. Another great push up on Friday. Look for a break of this 70 level. Definitely think that this has a little bit more room to go, maybe even as far as testing this 50 EMA from the bottom side. Just the name to watch. Set your alerts over 70 on ZM. Shop is one that we like to trade. This had an interesting move on Friday as well. A previous resistance, support, resistance, support, and a nice bounce off of the 200 EMA at this level. But in the overall picture, look what we're forming. This is a descending triangle here. And this 21 EMA, which is this orange line, has been acting as a point for sellers. So previously that 310 area was a support. And when we broke that support, we broke down. And look where the 21 EMA is at right now, right at 310. So this may have room to push up to that 310 level, which will put us right at the bottom side of this downward trend line before maybe even shorting and breaking. I don't know where this heads. Again, we'll just have to keep it on watch for this week and see how this plays out. Costco. I like this. This is a very nice setup here. It's almost an ascending triangle on the daily chart. So we kind of have a little triangle within a triangle. But yeah, so it pushed up. Pushed up to all-time highs, had a dip, kind of pushed up again, couldn't quite break that all-time high level, and had another dip again. I feel like this is going to be affected by Walmart earnings this week, right? So this triangle pattern, it started to break and couldn't. So we may see, depending on what Walmart reports, we may see this either break out or break down. CRM. This one almost made the watch list for tomorrow. I'm gonna draw a trend line here. So it had like a long consolidation period, and the sector's kind of been beaten down. But you can see we've had some resistance here, resistance. We hit this resistance, and now we're back at this resistance, but we have this nice upward trend line. Again, I would set an alert maybe around 162 for a break. This could have potential tomorrow. This will definitely be a side chart that I'm watching tomorrow for a break above 162 area. And from there, I think we can see 165 fairly easily. And the last one for side charts for this week is Roku. You know, this is another one that you can't. We're in no man's land right here, and I don't see any support below really until about this 110 area. But you know, this may be a case of big money coming in and buying these dips up. So what we have above is this gap down from earnings. So I'd be interested to see if we break this 50 EMA and move up into the gap to the top side, or if we break below this candle, below 115, maybe 115.50. I think we definitely have room down to 110 and below that to test the 100 area at this 200 EMA. So we'll set an alert, have an alert set here at the bottom of this candle, set an alert here. We could fill this gap back up to 140, or we could come down. That's it. That's all that I have on side charts. That's all that I have on the watch list. Again, Microsoft, Tesla, REGN, BIIB, and OKTA will be the main ones on watch for tomorrow. Netflix and CRM will be the main side charts for tomorrow. If you guys have any charts that you would like me to review or any questions, go ahead and type it up in the chat section next to the video, and I'll get to those questions right now. I did go over SHOP. ADBE. I like that one. I looked at this earlier. This has a setup very similar to that CRM setup that we just looked at, right? So it had a push up and a nice dip, and then we're back at these highs. I would be, yeah, look at this trend line too, this upward trend line. Watch this over 293.50. Above that, we can easily see, I see some resistance here around like 298 level. But we may even see like a 300 test. This is a nice setup too. I like this chart. VIDU and Z. This is a China name, right? I'm not sure if it is or not. Yeah, just immediately looking at it, it has been in a downtrend, but it did break above this 50 EMA finally, and has tested this 200 EMA from the bottom side. Okay, so it looks like they did decent on earnings and even had a continuation move after earnings and a continuation move after that and flagging. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, to watch this maybe consolidate for a day or two before pushing up even more. You know, maybe it could break that 200 EMA. TNDM, that's another, this is another one in the healthcare sector. What happened there? That's a lot of volume too. I'm not sure, did they release some, was it just a dump or did they release some negative news or something? I see that, okay, so earnings, they sold off, kind of recovered and consolidated, and then I don't know what happened here. That volume came in and pushed it down. I would be wary trading this. It looks like a sideways mover, but it did close below the 200 EMA, and look where, I didn't even change this trend line. When that dip happened, it looks like we bounced right off of that area. I would probably look to short this. I don't know what that news was, but it caused the sell-off, and it's been kind of downtrending here. I would look to short this name. Yeah, so look around, maybe like if it set an alert around 56, if it breaks that area, I would short it. Amazon. Oh man, Amazon, it made the watch list a couple of times. Like, I really thought it was going to break out with the market pushing up, but it just never happened. I don't think we got enough volume coming into Amazon to make it move at all. So let me wait for my chart to load. UNH, yeah, UNH is also another one in the healthcare sector. I think you know, it was hard to choose between those, between UNH and REGN. Having all types of errors here, technical errors. Yeah, you know, this is another one that's just rally, dip, rally, dip, rally. So after that last rally, a little bit of a consolidation period. I think I would set an alert at 258 and just wait. Looks like you have a little bit of resistance here around 260. Yeah, I would set an alert at 258. I mean, this thing can still run too, especially if REGN makes a continuation move tomorrow. There we go. Yeah, so whenever Amazon, I mean, we've been all over this thing. Unfortunately, it kind of like, it did move up and then just came right back down, right? So now we're trading back below this 1800 level. I think which would have been the key area to hold for a continuation move up. Again, we're still right at this 50 EMA, right at this 200 EMA. Just a lot of indecision and kind of lower volume. So look for a volume pickup on this. Set an alert around 1790. If we start to see it moving back up towards this 1800 level, 1790 would be the area to watch. And probably just below this low here around 1775 could be a break. Could be a break and finisher for this to short it. Z, did I not go? I missed that one. Okay. All right. So yeah, just an earnings pop up, and it's been consolidating. See on the daily chart here. That's a big sell-off from the last earnings too, isn't it? Well, it held the 200 EMA and held on that consolidation period. I would just set alerts on either side of this channel here. It's got lower volume. This may be one to swing. So 38 and 36. That would be the surrounding numbers for me. Yeah, Shop is gonna. I think Shop will be definitely. It'll be fun to watch this week and to see where we head. So again, guys, real quick, looking at the market, I just feel like we're overextended, and with Trump retracting that news on China, on the China rollback tariffs, you know, we could see a bit of a pullback. 305 was ultimately like the area to hold. If not, again, 300 will be the area to hold. Just keep an eye on news this week. You know, in a news-driven market, these technical indicators, they don't matter at all. So, I mean, this thing can be overextended all at once. But if we get a deal with China, you know, we're just going to keep pushing up. So, again, keep an eye on Microsoft, Tesla, REGN, BIIB, and OKTA for tomorrow. All right, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow in chat. Thanks.